Well, thank you everyone, and I appreciate you all for joining me here today. I'm pleased to be joined by Councillor Glenn Gower, as well as Tanya Hine, who's the president of the Stittsville Village Association. So ultimately, we all want what's best for our loved ones, and we especially want to be sure that they are in a safe and modern space where they can receive the best quality of care. COVID-19 has emphasized the need for long-term care to be repaired, rebuilt, and modernized. And that's why our government has taken historic steps to add capacity and upgrade Ontario's long-term care homes. When we began our work, many projects were being delayed due to an outdated funding model. We inherited a one-size-fits-all approach, but we all know that what works in Toronto doesn't necessarily work in Ottawa. And what works in Stittsville might not necessarily work in Metcalfe. And that's why in July, Premier Ford and Minister Fullerton announced a modernized funding model, one designed to support both new developments and the upgrading of older homes to a higher and more modern standard. The new funding model has been designed to account for the specific needs of different communities. It removes barriers to building and upgrading long-term care spaces. It also ensures that homes are being built to standards that address issues like infection control and containment. Building capacity in our long-term care sector will also help take the pressure off local hospitals and ease hallway healthcare. This brings us to today's announcement. Through the new funding model, our government is investing an additional $761 million to accelerate 74 development projects across the province. This will help to create close to 11,000 safe, modern spaces sooner for residents to call home. For example, right here in Carleton, Extendicare Stittsville is receiving an additional investment of $26.594 million to upgrade 256 spaces. I had the pleasure of meeting virtually with representatives from Extendicare back in August of this year to learn more about who they are as a company and their proposed development and expansion in Stittsville. I'm very pleased to see that this project is one step closer to becoming a reality. The number of Ontarians needing long-term care is expected to increase significantly over the next 10 years. These new and upgraded beds at Extendicare Stittsville will provide local residents with a comfortable, modern place to live while remaining close to family and friends. Our government strongly believes in supporting our communities. We are taking action to create a 21st century long-term care sector that is truly resident-centered and that provides the highest quality of care for our most vulnerable, where and when they need it. And we are investing $1.75 billion to meet our commitment of building 30,000 new long-term care spaces over 10 years. When we introduced our 2020 budget last year, Minister Phillips said that this budget provides more resources to strengthen frontline healthcare, to support people and employers, and to lay the groundwork for Ontario's recovery. Today's funding announcement of over $26.5 million right here in Stittsville is a perfect example of our commitment to protecting and supporting the people of Ontario. I'd now like to turn it over to Councillor Glenn Gower. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Goldie. This is really great news that you're able to share this afternoon. It's a welcome investment from the provincial government for healthcare in Stittsville and the city of Ottawa, and it's providing more long-term care beds for our city in a high-quality modern facility. And in addition to the new construction jobs for the build, I understand the facility could employ as many as 300 people full-time, and that's a significant number of jobs for our community here in Stittsville. And it also helps complete a planned cluster of services and housing on Hazeldean Road for our aging population. So thank you for the announcement today, and I'm looking forward to seeing the shovels in the ground for this exciting new project as soon as we can.
Thank you very much. I'm excited as well. It's exciting. There's been a lot of shovels in the ground lately in Stittsville, Glenn, so I think it's good news for the community.